When Skip Gildersleeve used to come into town, into Philadelphia, he'd always be with a different band. And he'd always call me up and say, "Yep, you got to come to the show." And me and him would go out to dinner because we were old friends. But he was with, he came in with Was Not Was this one time. And he said, You got to come and see this band. I said, all right. So we went out to dinner. And then I went to, the sound check. And it was at the Trocadero in Philadelphia. And when we went in, the place was just freezing cold. And, I asked, and they said they don't turn the heat on because with the crowds come in, the heat from the crowds heats up the place. That's what they were telling us. But I was sitting there, and the band was rehearsing, so the band was up on stage, and I'm standing there with Skip, and the band's rehearsing, and the singers hadn't come in yet, and the singers came in, and the one guy, his name is Sweet Pea, he came in and he starts screaming at me. And he's like, why is it so cold? Why don't we have the heat on? He's just screaming. He said right in my face. And Skip had to tell him, he has nothing to do with the place. He's just my friend. He says, you back off. And it took him a minute, and he said, oh, sorry. And he apologized, but I thought that was a very interesting situation. I actually went out to dinner with the whole band after the show, and they were really, really nice. And once they found out what I did, a bunch of them had a bunch of questions about pro audio gear and how to integrate it and that. But I didn't meet Don Was. I met everybody else. So, but that's my Was Not Was story. If you've never heard any of their albums, get one. It's fantastic and strange stuff.